All right, let's get ready for some yoga for strong, healthy knees. So we'll be starting today in mountain pose or Tadasana. So go ahead and take your feet so that they're almost all the way together. If you have a bunion, you can touch the bunions and sort of reach the big toes as close as they'll go. Otherwise, the big toes will touch, and a little bit of space between the heels, about 2 fingers, so our feet are still pointing straight ahead parallel. Push down with the feet into the floor, feeling all 10 toe pads, ball of foot and heel. Begin to lift up on the front of the thigh, so you're not jamming your knees back, but starting to engage the thigh muscles without the knees locking. Squeeze your booty lightly. Reach the fingertips towards the floor. Take a nice inhale and reach the arms out to the sides and overhead. Keep pushing those feet into the mat. And exhale, arms reach out to the sides and down. So just starting to feel nice, strong through the lower body. And inhale, arms go out and up as the feet press down and we lift up on those thighs, squeezing the booty. And exhale, arms lower down. One more time. Arms reach out and up. Squeezing the booty, you can wiggle up in those ribs. And this time the arms come halfway down. And we're going to raise our heels up. So press down through the balls of the feet, lift the heels. Then we're going to lower the heels. We'll let our hands come to our hips. And we're going to lift up our right foot. So right foot lifts up, heel into floor, and then lower, and left foot lifts up, and then heel into floor. And we're going to take that again. Arms go out to the sides. We raise the heels up. We lower the heels, right foot, and lower. Left foot, so we're working our shins there. And legs straight, heels raise up. Heels lower, hands to hips. And right foot, and lower. And left foot lifts, and lower. And we take that again. Squeeze the booty, strong straight legs here. Lower the heels, hands to hips. Now we lift the front of that right foot off and lower and lift. This is working our shin, which helps to stabilize our knees and creates good descending when we go downstairs. That often gets tricky. And the other one to the left, we're going to take that one more time. Arms go out, lift the heels up, working our calves, involved in balance there as well, and pushing us up when we go up a flight of stairs. Very important to help our knees operate properly. Okay, so from here, we're going to keep those toes together. Arms come out to the sides. We're going to reach our arms forward. I'll turn a little sideways for you and stick the rear end back. So we're going to lower into a squat. And then we're going to push down through our feet and bring the arms to the side. So when we come into a squat, make sure you're sticking your rear end back. The knees can come forward. We want to keep those heels on the floor and push all the way up. Squeeze the booty, lift the chest, and let's take that again. Knees push together, heels stay on the floor, rear end reaches back, and we come all the way up. We're going to do 2 more. Arms forward. Now, if you're feeling okay, you can reach those arms next to your ears, a nice high chest, and then sweep the arms down. Firm up the legs at the top, and 1 more. Rear end goes back, heels stay down. Arms can come up if you have that available to you, and then push all the way down to the feet and straightening up. And then from here, we'll toe heel our feet apart if you're not at the front of your mat. Fold over. Get the hands down to the mat, bending the knees. You can take a little elephant walk here, bending one knee and straightening the other. You want to bend those knees enough to touch your belly to your thighs so you're not up here. But let the knees bend. This will help support the low back. And start to open your hips. And then hands come down and we walk back to downward facing dog. So good 3.5, 4 feet back. And then from here, nice firm palms and straight arms. We lift our heels up again. We lower our heels. We're going to try and firm up our thighs and lift your toes as much as you can. Let the toes settle. Lift the heels. Lower the heels to where they can go. They probably won't touch the floor. That's fine. Lift your toes. Firm up your shins and your thighs. One more time. Toes settle. Heels lift. Heels settle. Toes lift, thighs firm up. We breathe here. Trying to lift those toes. Lower the toes, heels lift, knees come down to the mat, toes point back, rear end to heels. Good job on that. Rock the hips gently side to side here. If you need to put a little more weight on your forearms, your rear end's up high, you can do it like this. So just taking some weight off. Bothers your knees there, you can lay on your back, bring your knees to your chest and do child's pose that way, just taking a rock. From here we come up and forwards into a tabletop. We're going to sweep our right leg around to the right pinky finger. Lunge forward. So we're going to let our knee come forward. Again, we want to keep our heel on the floor here. And then squeeze your booty, and you're going to probably feel some stretching across the front of your left hip. Now just push your hips back. And now you'll probably start to feel a stretch on that right hamstring. And then take it again. Press that front foot flat. This front knee can come forward as far as yours will go with the heel on the floor and no pain. Squeeze your booty on that left side and push the rear end back. And we're going to take it 3 more times, a little more swiftly. So coming forwards, squeeze the rear end and reaching back. You're going to probably feel a hamstring stretch there. And forwards, as far as you can go, squeeze your booty. And reaching back. Now this one we're going to hold. We're going to come forward. So finding your lunge. Position 1 is here. Just keep the hands on the floor, your fingertips or your fists. Position 2 is one hand up. Position 3 is both hands up. Now I'm really pressing with this foot, squeezing the booty so my hips are moving forwards here. And we raise the chest. And this is oftentimes the hips are tight. And then that affects our knees. We want to open up everything around that hip joint as well. And it's also strengthening and stretching the lower leg while we do this. As we exhale, we put the hands on the floor. We stick the rear end back. We sweep that right leg to the left. Move the rear end to the heels and just take a little rock. To the other side. Up to tabletop. Left leg sweeps around. We move forwards into our lunge. So we're going to keep that heel on the floor, but our knee can come forwards as far as it can go for you with no pain. And then we engage the rear end. Now we push back and breathe. And plant your front foot, hips come forward, squeeze the booty. And push with the front foot, rear end goes back. And come forwards, keep breathing. Again, squeeze the rear end, really pressurize down through that front foot. And rear end goes back. And we come forwards, squeezing the booty. And one more time, rear end goes back. Now here's where we're gonna hold. So bring that knee forward as far as it will go for you. You might feel a stretch in your calf. This is good. This helps mobilize our ankle. Squeeze the rear end. When our ankles work properly, it helps our knees to work properly. Raising the chest up, or again, the hands can be on the mat. And then on your next exhale, hands come down. Rear end sticks back. We swing the leg around. Rear end to heels. It may or may not touch. You can be on the forearms again here if you need. Then we inhale back up to our tabletop, flex our feet, and move to downward facing dog. Again, we're going to take our right foot and step it forward to the hand. So if you need to use your hand behind your heel or put this back knee down, do whatever you need to do to get there. You want a good yardstick between your feet and turn that back foot out slightly. So left foot to the left. Then we push down through our feet, and we're going to try and straighten our legs. And your hands might have to come up here on the shin. The only thing you don't want to do is push on your kneecap. We do, again, want to try and firm up our thighs. So both feet press down. This is called a pyramid position. Both feet press into the floor. Both legs try and firm up. We attempt to squeeze our booty and reach our chest forward, and we breathe here for 4. For 3, keep pushing with the feet and firming up the legs. And exhale, bend the front knee. Get the hands down. You can hang the head here. And see if you can let the fingertips drape on the floor. Just noticing that stretch in the hamstring. Spin the back heel, step the front foot to the back foot. And let's just switch sides. So we're going to step the left foot forward. Use your hand behind your heel or put that back knee down to get the legs apart. Then turn the back foot out. Spread your feet nice and wide. Then we walk the hands up on the front foot, ankle, or shin and push down through the feet. Now, if you're tipping over, you can take that back foot and hop it out a little wider, so that will help you with your balance. And as you get more facile with it, it can come back more towards hip distance. So feet firmly press. We lift up on the front of both thighs. The chest wiggles forward and we breathe here for 5. Long deep breaths, working the legs. Every inhale, see if you can engage those thighs. Every exhale, easy shoulders away from the ears. And on our next exhale, we bend that front knee. Let the fingertips dangle to the floor. Go ahead and let your back relax and your head hang. Then we get the hands to the ground, spin the back heel to the ceiling, and we step back to downward facing dog. Raise on the balls of the feet, lower the knees to the mat, point the toes, move towards child's pose. Now, if your rear end is up a little higher or you feel your knees here or tension across the thighs because they're tight, then you might pause right here and keep the hands on the floor. You might also feel this in your ankles or your feet. Here's position 1. Position 2, you can get the hands in a little closer. 3, you can put them up on the thighs. 4 is we're able to start to walk the hands back. So I can be up on my fingertips or my fists, or if I'm able to, I let the palms settle to the mat. So again, if this doesn't work for you, go for one of the first positions, hang out there and breathe. Over time, things will open up. Now here, if you're going on, you squeeze your booty, and we're trying to drive the front of the hips forwards and up. And you can do these one at a time. You can do the right hip up, and then you can do the left hip up. Keep on breathing here. So it's going to stretch out the muscles on the front of the thighs, strengthening the booty for those of you who are doing the version I'm doing or something similar to it. And then we let the rear end lower down. We push up through the fingertips, sweep the arms overhead, lean off to a side, bring the legs around to the front, bringing the soles of the feet together. Now move the heels in towards the groin as close as they can come for you without pain. And your knees might be up here and your feet might be out a little bit further than mine. That's totally fine. What we're going to do is we're going to press our soles of our feet together and our pinky toes into the floor, and we can pull with our hands here a little. Then we're going to use either our forearms or our hands or your elbows, and you're going to press your elbows into your thighs. And we're not just going to push them down, we're actually going to resist that, and the thighs press up into the arms. So arms pressing out, thighs pressing up, and we hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we can let them open a little more. We're going to move our hands back, fingertips or palms on the floor. Now push down through your feet, squeeze your booty, and roll those thighs out. Squeezing here. And then we'll do it again. Hands come over the top. Elbows or forearms press down, and your legs press up into the arms. And we hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep that pressure. About 50%. And let it go. You can take a little stretch. And then slip the hands behind, and now we work it active. Squeeze the booty. Push down with the outer edges of the feet. You're going to notice when you squeeze your booty, your knees start to move apart because that's working those rotators in your hips that open your legs and the abductors. And we take it once more. Now we're going to work the inner thighs, strengthening and stretching, pressing the thighs into the arms, arms into the thighs, and we hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can like a little further. And then hands come back, strengthening again. Push down with the feet, squeeze the booty. Keep the chest up tall. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Squeeze the booty, pull with the feet, and exhale, relax. Bring the knees up, feet to the floor, tuck the tailbone, roll on down. Bring the knees into the chest. Take a circle of those knees so they're going to part away from you, together into the chest. Apart, away from you, together to the chest. Let's take it one more time. Go the other way. Away from you, apart to the armpits into the chest. Away, apart, armpits to chest. Away, apart, armpits to chest. The feet lower down to the mat. We squeeze the booty. We drive those hips up. One more time. Strengthening the back side of the leg, the rear end, the low back. And starting to open up again across the front of the hips and the thighs. Gently lower down. Arms can flap out. Gently rock your legs from side to side. Nice and easy, relaxing your back muscles, relaxing your neck. And then gently pick a side to roll to and sit all the way up. And there you go, strengthening those legs, both the upper part and the lower part of the legs, to help support healthy, strong knees. Have a good one. And if you're feeling like the everyday aches and pains of getting older are keeping you from fully enjoying life, then I'd love to introduce you to something that will help you feel better than you have in years. Fit and Flexible for Life is a program that I created of 10-minute-a-day routines that you'll actually do. It's for women in their 50s and 60s who are ready to get their strength, stamina, and balance back, even if you're not limber or have previous injuries. Fit and Flexible for Life has videos that fit into any lifestyle because they're only 10 minutes a day. Easy to follow routines that build strength and reduce pain. A new you in 30 days plan, plus a ton more. If it sounds good and you're interested, head over to fitandflexibleforlife.com and we'll leave the link in the description below.